just parked at West Clock, which is basically the cast member parking for Magic Kingdom. That's the Magic Kingdom train you hear in the distance. And literally pulling, this place hasn't changed as much as I thought it had, but it definitely brought back a flood of memories when I pulled into this parking lot. A lot of very late nights with my first boyfriend ever, aka Jared. A lot of late nights. This is a good thing though. This is exciting. Also, my chapsticks actually doubles as lipstick, which makes me So, due to the situation of me being soaking wet, I decided not to play a PhilharMagic. I was gonna go see PhilharMagic after the interview. Shoot, I have a blister from my stupid shoes. It wasn't supposed to rain today, which I know it's Florida. This is a tiny cloud, but it's all red. So I'm gonna go home now, and I'll see you guys after I'm dry. I'm literally dripping water all over my leather seats, so I need to go home. Alright, so I'm waiting for Starbucks. And the rain's finally died down, and I want to kill time while I'm waiting because I don't want to walk in the rain and then sit and wait there soaking wet. So, a couple of things. It was really interesting because it was in the merchandise office. So I guess Bipity Bopity Boutique works with merchandise. And I also found out why they're hiring is because they are expanding the boutique, which is really cool. They're expanding it into Castle Couture and Sir Mickey's, which are the two stores right up by the castle, which kind of makes sense, but it makes me nervous because I love the theming of both of those places. And so I'm hoping they won't change it too much. But yeah, so they're hiring new fairies, which is really exciting. The manager was really nice. I met the entire management team for the boutique, so that was kind of cool. Everyone seemed kind of chill. She, my interviewer, and also the person I talked to on the phone, she seemed really sweet and really nice. But that also made it really hard for me to read her to see how she was feeling. She was amazed at, because I talked to her a lot about loading theaters and stuff, and she was amazed at the efficiency and how, like, she was, like, really, like, impressed with how that I'm able to do what I'm able to do, which felt like a really good pat on the back, because it's like, well, I think you're awesome, too. She did tell me that Disney casting would get in touch with me. She said she doesn't know how long. She's like, it could take a week, it could take a couple of weeks. She's like, I'm not sure. And so that's kind of a meh. Now I have to sit and I have to wait and stare at my phone, or why? They, as part of the interview process, they do have you kind of doll up a mannequin and kind of like interact with her as if she's a shy child. And I had a whole song and dance that I was gonna do, and I completely blanked on it, and it was awkward, and I felt really bad. But like the amount of time I've talked with kids and working with kids, and how I interact with guests, and we talked about problem solving, we talked about bad circumstances with guests, and just a little bit of everything. And so she knows that I know what to do. She knows that I've handled bad situations and turning them into good ones. She knows I've handled guests like that are late, and trying to be courteous to them, educate and accommodate, tell them this is what's happening, but I'm going to try and help you as much as I can. She seemed really positive about it. They were actually training 3 or 4 other girls at the time, passing them in and out, and so that was nerve-wracking, because I was like, oh, they already have so many. But that could be good if I get the okay and they like what they see. She made it sound like it wasn't her call, that it was casting's call, and she did have like a little worksheet that she was writing notes on. She had me kind of talk about my experience and what I want, and I told her like what I want out of the company and why I'm excited and why I like working for the company. And yeah, like she knows my experience, or like she wrote down like my experience and things that I've worked in, and now my fate is up to the Disney casting people. So anywho, my drink, I got a hot tea. I was gonna get a frappuccino, but I'm too cold. I got a hot tea, and I got a small matcha tea because I'm actually gonna try actual matcha tea instead of the powder that I have. I feel like I needed to pick me up. I'm still soaked. Like my dress is still dripping down my legs. So I'm gonna go brave the rain again and go get my food. Making magic happen. Alrighty, I've changed, drinking most of my chocolate chai latte. My hair is still like soaking wet. It's like I came out of the shower an hour ago. Anyway, back to my interview. So I got there really early. I think it takes, either they've changed the pathway, because I know Magic Kingdom changed roads a lot around there. I think it actually is quicker than it used to be, or at least the way that I go now, or I went today, was quicker. I don't know, but it took me very little time to get there. And so I walked over there, checked in, all of like, literally like, it was like I never left. Like everything was exactly the same. It wasn't until I got off the bus and walked into the tunnels that I was like, I forgot my little Post-it note. This little Post-it note here, I was supposed to take with me to my interview because it has exact directions on how to get there. So there were actually 2 cast members who stopped me and they asked me if I needed help because I was wandering around. I was wandering around for the first 5 minutes because I wasn't sure which stairwell it was. I literally walked up to the map, looked at it, and then they're like, "Do you need help?" And then I got asked again when I was wandering around, but then I was wandering around just because I was killing time. Waited by the manager door until it was about 10 minutes till time. And I walked in, and that's when I met 2 out of the 3, or at least I think both of them were a part of the Bipity boutique. I think one of them, I know one of them was. The other one was, I think, an area manager. She's actually married to one of the Ice Fairy Frost mothers, and so that was kind of cool. We talked about that, and we just talked about kind of little things here and there while we were waiting for my interviewer to come. And she was the sweetest thing. She was so adorable. Both the managers were like really nice and really sweet and very experienced. And so it was very positive for me to think, well, I'm in good hands if I do end up working here. And so she was really late because of another situation, which was fine. I told her I was fine. Like, I got nothing else to do today. So we just had the interview outside, kind of in front of her little cubicle, which was fine. I was like, it's fine. But yeah, I kind of talked about it already. The interview, I mean, it didn't go bad. It wasn't what I wanted, but it didn't go bad. And so it wasn't as perfect as I would have. I didn't say the things that I wanted to say in the way that I wanted to say them. I wasn't as comfortable as I was with the phone interview, I will say that. Afterwards, she was really sweet. She walked me out because she was walking to the Mascateria for lunch. We walked up to where the entrance is, where the tunnel is, and it was downpouring. And unfortunately, there's very little covering to get to my car. So I looked it up online and like the radar, and there was like a huge rain cloud. I mean, it was huge in the sense of it was going to take at least 30 minutes for it to go away. But it was little in the sense that like an hour later it stopped raining. So I was like, whatever. So I held my bag and I just walked to the car, and I think within 3 minutes I was soaked to the bone. And like it had rained so much that there were puddles, and I mean like puddles of water everywhere. The parking lot was flooded. I'm going to Starbucks because we passed by a Starbucks, which is probably going to be really hard for me if I do end up working at Magic Kingdom, because will end up driving by a Starbucks every time I leave for work. So I'm going to have to try and find another way around. I am glad that it's over and I don't have to think about it anymore. It's out of my hands. It's either happening or it's not happening at this point. I do really want it. That was one thing. She was very happy with how passionate I was about working there, and how much I wanted to work there, and how much I love children and princesses and all of it. So I'm hoping that gives me some sort of edge, but a lot of the other girls seemed really sweet. And again, I'm not going to compare myself. That's it. I apologize that this vlog was really long and kind of all over the place. Anyway, I want to thank you all so much for watching. If you have any questions, let me know below. I will answer whatever I can, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye. If I look tired, I am.